One fundamental fact that in a uniform field, net force on a dipole will be non-uniform field. It may be zero, may not be. Torque on this will be P cross E. This is torque due to a couple. Torque due to a couple. I told you the significance of this. Couple is the significance of the engineering. The significance of a couple is you take the torque about any axis, it will be the same. Significance of a couple is take the torque about any axis, it will be the same. Two equal, unlike parallel, non-collinear forces. Two equal, unlike parallel, non-collinear forces. Every word is important. Two equal, unlike, they are in opposite direction, they are parallel, non-collinear. Hence this is torque due to a couple. So don't tell me you are taking the torque about an axis passing through the center. If you are using P cross E about any axis, it will be P cross E. About any axis it will be P cross E, right? Then we said potential energy of this in an electric field will be minus P dot E. Potential energy will be minus P dot E. So far so good. Do you remember this? Now once you know the potential energy, you are telling me this is the potential energy. If the dipole is in the direction of the field, potential energy is minus P dot E minus P cos 0 negative. Potential energy is minimum. That means it will be stable equilibrium. What if you have an electric field like this and a dipole moment in this direction? Potential energy minus P dot E minus P cos 180 minus of minus will be P. This is positive. Hence maximum value. That means unstable equilibrium. Right? Unstable equilibrium. Great. In stable equilibrium, if I slightly displate the dipole and release it, it will try to come back. So it will perform oscillations. If theta is small, it will be a SHM. You have given me a field like this, and you have given me the dipole moment. Dipole moment, how did you give? You have given minus Q here and Q here. Both the particles are M and M. Length of this is 12. So dipole moment is from negative to positive. Now dipole moment when you construct it, the length 12 rod can be non-conducting with mass, without mass. अगर मास देंगे तो भी आप मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया फॉर पॉइंट मास एंड दैट रॉड कैलकुलेट कर पाओगे. मास नहीं देंगे तो भी चलेगा. यू कैन कैलकुलेट द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया बिकॉज ऑफ द पॉइंट मासेस अबाउट एन एक्सिस पासिंग थ्रू द सेंटर, राइट? Torque will be P sin theta, which will be I into alpha. I is moment of inertia. That will depend on whether the connecting rod has got mass or not, right? If theta is small, alpha is P by I into theta with a negative sign in front of it because alpha and theta are not in the same. Alpha is equal to minus omega square theta, SHM. Omega will be under root P by I. Time period will be 2 pi under root I by P. Isn't it? And P is the potential energy of P is the potential energy of dipole in the electric field. Statement true or false? Oh भाई साहब, what is P standing for and E standing for? यहाँ देख के बताओ, what is P standing for, E standing for? What is P standing for and E standing for?
Electric field.
Wonderful.
P standing for.
The times will come. That is a very nice thing. Every dog has got its own day. Right? आपका पे दिन आज ही आ जाएगा, नो तो देखेंगे.
P standing for dipole moment.
हाँ, what does P stand for? Potential energy.
Dot product of
Here there is no dot product. थीटा ले लिया आपने, टॉर्क लिया है. टॉर्क is P cross E. Torque is P cross E. Will people remember that? P cross product में you get sin theta. Right? So dot product ले लिया. Now there are no more vectors. What does P stand for? What does E stand for? हाँ सही बोला ना यार, वही तो बोलो ना यार. हाँ इतना डर डर के क्यों बोल रहे हो? पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल दिया. हाँ सर पोटेंशियल. P and D डाइपोल मोमेंट D बोलने के लिए. What does P stand for? What does E stand for? Not potential energy. In this subtopic, to avoid confusion, potential energy I will address with the symbol U. I will not use P because P stands for E stands for E stands for E stands for
Yes sir.
What does P stand for?
Dipole moment.
E for
Electric field.
wonderful. Good. Alpha and theta are in opposite directions. I rotate in an anti-clockwise direction. Torque will be in clockwise direction. Hence I showed it with the negative. Now listen. Whole of what I deal with is applicable if and only if the dipole is short. Now hereafter, till now I didn't use that approximation anywhere. Hereafter what I am dealing with is applicable if and only if the dipole is short with respect to what? This is R, this is theta. This is the dipole moment. This is minus Q, this is Q. R should be much greater than length of the dipole. R should be much greater than length of the dipole. R should be much greater than the length of the dipole. This approximation is fundamental and mandatory to apply this theory. I am interested in the potential here. I am interested in the potential here. This is the dipole moment P. It is from negative to positive. Give it some names. O, L, M, N. Extend this. Drop a perpendicular here. Drop a perpendicular here. This is O. L and N is over. Tell me some other symbol. C, B. Agreed? What are you interested in? You are interested in the potential at M because of this negative sign and because of this positive sign. Here you have a minus Q. Be clear about it. This This is a minus q, this is a plus q. Dipole moment is from negative to Dm is equal to kq by ln k minus q, kq by nm. Agreed? Dipole moment is like this. Potential here because of the negative sign. Potential here because of the positive sign. kq by mn. Now listen. What is the value of r? R is equal to On. O is the center of the dipole. kq by ln can be written as bn. This can be done if and only if r is much greater than l. You are replacing ln with bn. That is possible only if r is much greater than, with a negative sign, kq by, you are replacing mn with cm. kq 1 by, what will this value bnb? It is from O to N is R plus this is L, this is theta, this is theta. Can I call it L cos theta? R plus L cos theta. Length of the dipole is 2L. So from L to O will be 1L. Right? With a negative sign, plus 1 by, what will C to N be? C to N is R minus L cos theta, q by 4 pi epsilon naught, r square minus L square cos square theta, 2L cos theta. 2L cos theta. Yes or no? Q into 2L will be P cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. चीटिंग कर रहे हो यार. डिनोमिनेटर में L square cos square theta कहाँ चला गया? R is much greater than L. R square will be yet more greater than, R square will be yet more greater than L square cos square theta. Right? So I kept that as R square. Am I supposed to remember this expression? Louder?
Yes.
Louder?
Yes.
Wonderful. And apply this if and only if. And in the questions, how do they give you a hint? They will tell you approximately the dipole is a short dipole. JEE people in their questions went up to the extent of telling you infinitesimally short dipole. Right? R should be much greater than L. This length will be equal to this length. If R is much smaller than L. L is very small length. Approximately it's so very small. These two lines will be at the same length. It's like telling you this. This length is equal to this length. Because when you drop a perpendicular, the length left over is very small. If R is much greater than this L, both of them are of the same length. That happens only if R is much greater than L. If charge is minus Q, I have no choice. इसका minus Q है, I didn't select the negative sign on my choice. Negative sign came with the charge. Listen, you are taking about Mn. Mn can be replaced with Cn because from M you dropped a perpendicular on it. That perpendicular distance will approximately be equal to Mn. Last bench. You come here and explain. नहीं करोगे? तुम सिर्फ उसी को explain करोगे. बाकी लोगों ने कौन सा पाप किया यार? सुन लो. Second, from L to N, how do I get that? I drop a perpendicular from L on this line. That perpendicular distance will be L. Agreed? Can I have the board? Force on a dipole in a uniform electric field.
0.
Force on a dipole in a uniform electric field. Non-uniform electric field. Am I supposed to remember this expression?
Yes.
Do we remember this expression?
Yes.
Sure. Potential due to a dipole. D cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Now, how will you calculate the field in any of these situations? Field is minus dV by dr. Technically, R is xi cap plus yg cap plus zk cap. Here, to avoid three coordinates, they have inserted what we call as polar coordinates, r and theta. If you people observe, here also we used to write minus of I cap del v by del x, g cap del v by del y, k cap del v by del z, right? What does dou partial differentiation mean? When I am differentiating with respect to x, I will keep y and z. Suppose you are converting it into polar coordinates to find out the field due to a dipole. Field due to a dipole. Now, if you are converting it into polar coordinates, I have two variables, r and theta. Polar coordinates are playing with only r and theta. R and theta. Now suppose I move by a distance of dr along the radial direction. Don't you think theta is kept constant? Yes or no? So then dr will be minus del v by del r, dou v by dou r. You are differentiating with respect to r, keeping what constant? Theta constant. Minus dou v by dou theta. Can you tell me the expression for potential? Right? And why are you differentiating with respect to r? Because I have kept theta constant when I am moving along r. Right? P cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught minus 2 by r cube. I have differentiated 1 by r square. 1 by r square will become minus 2 by r cube. Minus of minus 2p cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. This is field along the radial direction. Field along theta. Now what is the second variable? Theta. While increasing theta, I will keep r constant. How do you do that? This will be the case. This was er. While increasing theta by d theta, I kept r constant. So what will this distance be? This distance is r d theta. Are you people able to see this r d theta? While increasing theta from theta to d theta, theta d theta, r will be constant. Right? Minus of del v by r del theta. Minus of del v by r del theta. This distance moved is r del theta. Hence minus 1 by r del v by del theta. Minus 1 by r del v will be p cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Now this, when you differentiate, you are differentiating now with respect to theta. Differentiation of cos theta will be minus of minus will become plus p sin theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. You know er, you know e theta. Generally, we expect the students to remember this separately, ER and D theta. Though we will report the final answer as the resultant of these two. This is under root ER square plus D theta square, ER square 4p square cos square theta by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube whole square, p square sin square theta by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube whole square. Right? This will be p by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube 3 cos square theta plus 1. This is the final resultant field. I do not expect you people to remember this. I expect you people to remember these both separate. Why? You will see in the next two problems that we use ER and D theta separately. One more value. What will this angle be? Alpha. Tan alpha will be equal to E theta by ER. Clear? Important. This distance moved in this direction will be r d theta. When I rotate this by d theta, the distance moved is r d theta. Delta v by delta x, delta v by delta y, delta v by r delta. %% approximation. क्योंकि पोटेंशियल का एक्सप्रेशन जो आपने लिया है to get from that वही यूज कर रहे हो, मतलब 100% R is much greater than L. इस डेरिवेशन में पोटेंशियल का एक्सप्रेशन जो आप लोगों ने लिया हुआ है, it has been derived with the assumption that R is much greater than the length of the dipole. Approximation should not be forgotten. Listen. Force on a dipole in a uniform electric field. Non-uniform electric field. Now, if it is a non-uniform field, how do you calculate that? Force on a dipole in a non-uniform field. Procedure followed to be is like this. I'll take an example to explain this. Infinite long positive charge wire. I have a dipole at a distance of r. Field because of the infinite long wire will not be uniform. Radially outwards field. Now here you have a dipole with minus q and q. Here the field and here the field will not be the same. So there will be force on it. How do you get the force? First define potential energy. Minus P dot E minus P cos 0 minus P. What will be the field? 2K lambda by R minus 2pk lambda by F is equal to minus bu by dr. Right? This negative will go 2pk lambda into minus 1 by r square minus 2pk lambda by r square. Right? That is the force on the dipole. So whenever it is a non-uniform field, try to find out the potential energy of the dipole in that field and differentiate the potential energy with respect to distance. Do not forget the negative sign. The negative sign tells me that the force is attractive in this case, it is towards the left. This negative got cancelled. This negative is because of the differentiation of 1 by r. So find the potential energy of the dipole in the field. Differentiate the potential energy with respect to distance. Differentiate the potential energy with respect to distance. Is this clear? standard procedure. Now, same thing we should be able to apply for force between two dipoles. Yes or no? There will be two ways. Two dipoles are in the same direction is one. Two dipoles are in the perpendicular direction is the second. Same dipoles, I will explain the principle. You will solve for perpendicular. Are you clear? Right? P and D. P is in this direction, E is also in the same direction. P is the dipole moment and E is the field due to the wire. Distance of that wire from the center of the dipole. Distance of the infinite long wire from the center of the dipole. First of all, see the directions of the field because of the dipole. This is ER, this will be theta. This is theta, this is R. In the first quadrant, theta is the angle which R makes with P. From P I will go in anti-clockwise. Come to the second quadrant. Now this is theta. This is the dipole moment. ER, E theta. कैसा पता चला यार आपको ER का डायरेक्शन रिवर्स करने का? What is the expression for ER? E theta. First quadrant, both are positive. This will be dr. If it is positive, R will be increasing. If it is negative, dr will be negative. It will be inverse. Second quadrant, what happened to theta? Cos theta is negative. Er is negative. That means it should be in the direction of decreasing R. Agreed? And E theta, sin theta, second quadrant is positive. E theta is positive. So E theta should be in the direction of increasing theta. Third quadrant. This is dipole moment. Both are negative. ER will be inwards. E theta will be clockwise. E theta is now in the direction of decreasing theta. Theta is an anti-clockwise. E theta is clockwise. Here E theta was positive. So theta is anti-clockwise. E theta is anti-clockwise. Right? Here theta is anti-clockwise. E theta is clockwise. ER is negative. Last quadrant. Cos will be positive. ER will be outwards. But E theta will be clockwise, trying to decrease the value of theta. All the four quadrants direction of ER and D theta, are they clear? Yes. Wait.
Sir, can you please explain the direction of E theta in third quadrant?
Third quadrant, both of them are negative. So ER is negative. ER should be in the direction of decreasing R. E theta is negative. E theta should be in the direction of decreasing theta. Theta is anti-clockwise. E theta is clockwise. Listen, force between two dipoles. You have this as P1, this as P2. Distance between their centers is R. You want the force between the two dipoles. Find out the potential energy of the second dipole in the field of the first dipole. Differentiate the potential energy. Agreed? See, because of P1, this was ER, this was E theta. Am I right? When I come somewhere here, E theta, ER, I am yet in the first quadrant. When I come here, theta tending to 0. Now here, I will take E theta due to the first dipole, ER due to the first dipole, E theta. Can you tell me the formula for E theta? 4 pi epsilon naught ER. Now when you are bringing it this way, at this point, what is the value of theta? 0. Sin 0, cos 0. P1 sin 0 upon 4 pi epsilon naught R cube is 0. This is 2P2 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. Potential energy, sorry, 2P1 minus P2 dot ER minus P2 dot E theta. E theta is 0 first point. P2 and E theta in the dot product again will give me cos 90. Those zeros are P2 is in this direction, E theta is in this direction. Dot product of these two will give me E theta is also 0, dot product is also 0. Makes us feel happy. Minus 2 P1 P2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. Force on them will be minus du by dr. This negative will become positive. 2 P1 P2 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus 3 by r to the power 4. 6 P1 P2 by 4 pi epsilon naught r to the power 4 is the force between the two dipoles. Is the force between negative sign tells me the force of attraction, hence I didn't carry the negative sign. Suppose if the dipole direction is reversed, then I get positive. So as a general formula I will tell you 6P1 P2 by 4 pi epsilon naught r to the power 4. Right? Now look at the beauty in the second derivation. Here both the dipoles are parallel. I have solved that. You will solve for perpendicular. And the first answer that you get will be the wrong answer. I am so very sure that your first answer will be. Think carefully and solve for that. I will put the diagram on the board after you take this down. There is a deadly trap in it. Position of theta. Lower one, E theta. Theta is becoming 0 also. In the first quadrant, as I am decreasing the value of theta, will I come to that position? So because of P1, this is the dipole. This is theta. This is E theta here. As I come here, theta will be 0. Louder. I will put the negative sign of P1. Theta minus P1. Now listen. First dipole is like this. The second dipole P2 is like this. This is R. That means theta is because of P1. I'll take ER this way because of P1. I'll take ER this way, E theta this way. First quadrant, right? This was 2P1 cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. P1 sin theta by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. Put P2 here and find out force on P2. I am waiting for you people.
Sir. Sir, here R should be the distance between the
Centers.
no? So,
Always. R is the distance between the centers. From the center to the center. I am waiting for you.
Sir. Zero. Sir, zero.
Now what is the answer?
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Sir, zero.
How many are getting zero? Raise your hand. Is the wrong answer. By 4 P1 P2 by epsilon naught. P1 P2 by 4 epsilon naught R cube.
Sir, 3P1 P2 upon 2 pi E naught R4.
Two things. E naught. क्या बोला था?
Sorry, epsilon naught.
बार बार
नहीं,
बोलो. E naught नहीं बोलने का. E naught is field. Epsilon naught is dielectric. Absolute permittivity. Right? हाँ. Show me your answer. Listen. Unknowingly you want the right answer. You don't know how you want. Ironically, all the people who got zero are doing the silliest possible mistake ever. Silliest possible mistake ever. But why you got the right answer, you didn't write this. You have closed the show me the working. The limits is that know the first definition of differentiation. F into x plus delta x minus fx by delta x limit delta x tending to f dash x. Right? Stop. What's the thing is see, P2 is this way, E theta is this way. So dot product should be. You also solved it the way she solved without knowing the key catch. You are getting the right answer. But my question again remains the same. What did you do? P2 and D theta, don't you think are perpendicular? Dot product, don't you think is zero? And how did you get the answer? Ab suno, all of you listen. Undoubtedly, when you calculate the potential energy, you should be getting zero. If you don't get zero, you are counting a mistake. Potential energy जो calculate कर रहे हो, potential energy zero आना ही है. Till there is no mistake. But if potential energy is zero, force is zero, is a blunder. क्या बोल रहे हो यार, हमारी समझ की बात है. पोटेंशियल एनर्जी जीरो बोल रहे हो, हाँ जीरो आप लोगों को आया है, देख लो here this angle is 90 to cos 90 is 0. E theta and P2 are perpendicular. This is E theta, dot product of E theta and P2. Now this will be ER will be 0 because theta is 90. Here theta is 90 means it is 1, agreed. But E theta and P2 are perpendicular.
Yes.
Potential energy must be 0. I have no issue or complaint till there. If potential energy is 0, who told you force will be 0? ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है. Surprised?
Yes.
I am surprised that you are surprised. Velocity is 0. Rate of change of velocity, why should it be 0? I throw a body in the upward direction at topmost point, velocity is 0. Rate of change of velocity? Potential energy is 0. Rate of change of potential energy, why should it be 0? Tomorrow you people will tell me there is a particle going this way through origin. Particle is going this way through origin. At this instant, what is the position coordinate of the particle? 0. So velocity is dr by dt. When the particle is passing the origin, r is 0. So shall I tell you velocity is 0? Isn't it? I'll give you another example. You tell me x is equal to 2t square plus t at time t equal to 0. At time t equal to 0, what is the velocity? डायरेक्ट जब 0 डालते हो x 0 हो जाएगा. Wrong. First differentiate this. dx by dt t plus 1 dx by dt at t equal to 0. When did we learn this? When we were born. Last year exactly same month. If I ask you velocity at time t equal to 0, put t equal to 0 here, you will get x 0. So velocity is 0. Suicidal. First to differentiate, then put t equal to 0. Now you understood why you got the answer. You first differentiated, then put theta equal to. Right? You did it right, didn't know why you got it right. Right? First you should differentiate, then in the last step put t equal to 0. First step you put t equal to 0, x is 0. तब क्या differentiate करोगे? Is this clear to all?
Yes.
How silly this is. After 1 year of drilling through HCV, booklet, Irdo problems, we have learned today that velocity can be 0, but rate of change of velocity need not be 0. Position coordinate can be 0, but rate of change of position coordinate need not be 0. Yes or no? Friend is very serious today. गुस्से में हो. I'm talking to my friend. Listen, then what are you supposed to do? Let me solve this. What you people have done is right. ER is 0 because I am not differentiating here. I am getting theta equal to 90. Potential energy will be minus P2 dot E theta minus P2, right? E theta will be P1 sin 0 by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube cos theta, right? E theta, I put sin 0 and I kept cos theta. Now here you have a problem. Theta I will have to substitute as 90 no yaar. Right? Don't substitute theta 90. Differentiate this and then substitute. But there is a problem. Now you will have a confusion. Should I differentiate with respect to r or with respect to theta? If I differentiate with respect to r, theta will remain cos theta as it is. Whereas substitute theta equal to 90, I am suicidal. If I differentiate with respect to r, my doubt is cos theta will remain as it is. Put theta equal to 90, again I am getting 0. So I should differentiate this with respect to theta. अब कुछ भी यार चीटिंग कर रहे हो, जब आपको चाहिए थीटा से डिफरेंशिएट करोगे, जब नहीं चाहिए आर से डिफरेंशिएट करोगे, because you don't want 0 you differentiate with respect to r. The fundamental concept comes this way. Let me deal with this differentiation from the fundamental concept, because you people now know the definition of differentiation. It is easy for me to explain. Have a look. I first to keep P1 this way. This is minus q and plus q. This is 90. This is P1. This will be P2. Agreed? बड़ा ध्यान से सुनिए. This is R. This will be dr. अभी तक R you were taking up to the center of the dipole. Yes. Now I am taking it from here and I took dr. Limit delta R tending to 0 is dr. Right? Why are you doing it? Take r from here. Then I will have to take minus q at a distance of r minus dr by 2 plus q at a distance of r plus dr by 2. That creates confusion. Right? Hence r dr. E theta and dr. E theta though I will leave it as it is. Why? Because it is 0. Sorry, er. Er because of P1 here also is 0, here also is 0. If I ever take q into E, I will get the right answer always. Q into E is the force. So because of P1 I will find out the field here. Because of P1 I will find out the field here. Multiply with Q. There is no reason why I will go wrong. Yes or no? Now, because of P1, ER here is how much? Because of P1, what is ER? I have E theta. E theta as a function of R. E theta as a function of R plus. Ironically, E theta is not varying as a function of theta because theta is constant. E theta is varying as a function of R. Positive charge will experience a force in the direction of the field. Negative charge experiences a force opposite to the direction of the field. So what is the net force? Q into E theta as a function of R plus dr minus E theta as a function of R. Q into E must be the force. No differentiation, no hassles, no headache. ER क्यों नहीं लिया यार? ER here and here is 0. Now I will multiply the numerator and denominator by dr. Q into dr. E theta as a function of R plus dr minus E theta as a function of R divided by dr. कहीं पर देखा है ये f of x plus delta x minus f of x upon delta x limit delta x tending to 0. For me, f of r plus dr minus f of r upon dr limit delta tending to 0 is dr. What is this called as? By the way, this is P2 d by dr of E theta. Now I know I am not using my brain as to what I should differentiate with respect to what. You should differentiate with respect to. Now have a look. P2 d by dr. Do you remember E theta's expression? P sin theta by 4 pi epsilon naught. Do not differentiate with respect to theta. You are differentiating with respect to R means P2 P1 by 3 times 4 pi epsilon naught R to the power 4 and then substitute theta equal to 90. You have solved it from the fundamental concept. You didn't assume differentiation. You took Q into the field. Q into ER क्यों नहीं लिया यार? ER is 0. E theta here are varying with respect to R. E theta here with respect to theta is again the same. E theta with respect to theta will be the same. It is varying with respect to. So you differentiate it with respect to. And you are getting the answer. Is that clear to all? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Quick. So finally after 1 year we have realized that a body's velocity can be zero but not acceleration. Sounds good? Oh goodness, yes sir. Here I didn't have this one obviously because the only thing it was coming to zero was the theta. Theta also became zero. Potential energy dot product also became zero. Zero. Theta either way is zero. I didn't have the term. Now you will remember this all your life. Potential energy can be zero, but rate of change of potential energy will be zero. This one. F of x plus h minus f of x upon delta x upon h limit h tends to 0 is called f dash x. Yes or no? E theta as a function of r plus dr minus e theta as a function of r upon dr. This will be p. It will be differentiation of e theta with respect to r. Is this taught in maths for you people? Yes. Listen, sometimes they are giving you questions like you have got 2q charge here minus q and minus. You have got 2q charge here minus q and minus. Right? What will be the net dipole moment? 2q you will write it as q and q. Negative to positive is one dipole, negative to positive is one dipole. You will find the net dipole moment. Is the logic clear? They may give you n number of such type of combinations. Somebody having the booklet?
Yes, sir.
Find out the net dipole moment for 3q minus 2q minus 2q and q. A and A are the distances. Will you try or should I discuss? You have 3q minus 2q minus 2q and q. Find the net dipole moment. Distance between each of them from the origin is A. Make it fast. Resultant of the three dipoles, that's all. Then 4q I will write as 3q I will write as 4q and minus 2. 4q में 2q will couple with this, 2q will couple with this. Minus q and q will couple with this. 4q I write as 3 I write as 4 minus 1. Permitted. 3 can I write as 4 minus 1? Sure. 100%. 4q minus q. This minus q and q will give me one dipole. Minus 2q and 2q from this will give me one dipole. 1 2q will couple with this minus 2q. P1, P2, P3 का resultant ले सकते हैं हम? Yes or no?
Yes.
Sounds good. R. What will be the potential if the charge is Q?
kqx upon x square plus r square raised to 3 by 2.
No. Potential. I didn't have to read.
kqx upon r square plus x square. kqx upon under root r square plus x square.
Repeat 5 times.
kq upon under root r square plus x square. kq upon under root r square plus x square. kq upon under root r square plus x square. kq upon under root r square plus x square.
Bhai, your Prathamesh or
Parag.
okay? No. Prathamesh, field.
Sorry?
Field of this ring along the axis X.
It's KQ by
KQ
by r square plus x square
Okay, now tell me the complete formula.
kqx upon r square plus x square over bracket 3 by 2.
R square plus X square to the power. Confident?
Yeah.
100%. You will tell me where field will be maximum. At X is equal to plus or minus.
Minus.
R by root 2.
That same.
अब तो सीख लो ना यार, अब चैप्टर भी खत्म होने को आया है. Listen, homework. Scalar field and potential. Field and potential from XCV. Some people message me which chapter of Halliday-Resnick are we supposed to read. Electrostatics का first 2 chapters. Electric charge is the first chapter if I am right in electrostatics. Halliday-Resnick का. HCV, field and potential, you can solve the complete chapter. All of you will listen to me 1 minute. Till now, whatever electrostatics you have done is extrapolation from mechanics. Only new theory that you have learned is the dipole theory. All these were extrapolations from gravitation. You have not come to the heart and soul of electrodynamics yet, that is Gauss law. Our actual heart and soul of electrodynamics will start from Gauss law. What we have done till now is only extrapolation from mechanics or from gravitation. Only new thing that you have learned is dipole theory. Clear with that? All these expressions you should have on the tip of your tongue. We will be dealing with the actual heart and soul of electrostatics from next class. And you ought to be present both physically and mentally in the class. Jalgaon students, please ask even Prathamesh to be present in the class. Right? Go and give him a call today. Right?
Okay,
If
sir.
possible, when you are reading Halliday-Resnick, electric charge is the first chapter. Go to the second chapter as well. You will have some introduction of Gauss law. It will be difficult for you to understand that on your own. We will have to explain that. Read and come Gauss law from Halliday-Resnick. Then you will enjoy the class. Gauss law from Halliday-Resnick Crane, HRK or Halliday-Resnick Walker. You study and come, you will go to 2 steps ahead. Clear?
Yes.
And all of you will be present in the next class by all means. Fine with that? Yes. See you people in the next class.
Thank you, sir.